Okay, so we're determining a limit algebraically. So you could always graph these things and see what happens, but if you didn't want to, so we're looking at this function, and we're trying to figure out what happens as x gets closer and closer to 2. So the first thing to do is see what happens when x is 2, because if when x is 2, you get a number, then you'd be done. That would just be, the limit would be the value of the function, and everybody would be happy. So remember, the limit's kind of like its potential value. Sometimes its potential value is its value. It's easy to find. Things are great. In this case, 2 squared is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. 2 squared is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. So it turns out that the function, let's just say this was the function f of x, all right, is undefined when x is 2. Now, just because it's undefined doesn't mean it doesn't have a limit. And the way we can find that limit algebraically is by rewriting f of x in just simpler. So we can say the limit as x approaches 2 of x plus 3 times x minus 2 over x plus 4 times x minus 2. And we can say that as we approach 2, right, as we're heading to 2, when x is not 2, when x is 2, we have a problem. But as x approaches 2, this is just 1. All right, and in pre-calc, we said this is just 1 as long as x doesn't equal 2, but we're not even really worried about x equaling 2 now, because we're just taking the limit as x approaches 2. So now we're left with the limit as x approaches 2 of x plus 3 over x plus 4. Well, now what happens when we plug in 2? We get 2 plus 3 over 2 plus 4. So we get 5 over 6. So it turns out the limit as x approaches 2 of x squared plus x minus 6 over x squared plus 2x plus 8 equals 5/6. If you were to look at this on a graph, there would be a hole on the function at the point 2, 5/6. Since there's a hole there, not an asymptote, it still has a limit. It's approaching 5/6 from both sides. So this is your final answer. Remember, the final answer of a limit is a value or infinity, or it doesn't exist. Okay, but the answer should never be an expression. All right, it's always what is the function headed towards what value.